Hello everybody, welcome to your warm-up. Today we're going to focus on reconnecting or connecting with your voice, metaphorically and physically. So we'll start with some breathing today. Stand up if you don't mind and try and find your best alignment, okay? So we're looking for the longest possible iteration of yourself, paying particular attention to your spine, okay? You can imagine a string coming from the top of the head, attaching to the ceiling, okay? And almost like you're just hanging, okay, from there. You want to just remind yourself that the shoulders and the arms belong to the back of the body, okay? So the shoulders also need to be loose and not coming up around the ears, okay? You want to try and balance your rib cage over your lumbar spine. You want to keep the pelvis and the hips tracking nicely under the rest of your body. In fact, your shoulders, although your spine is straight, your shoulders should actually be perhaps a little bit in front of the point where your hips are. And if your knees are bent and not locked, you should feel stable and balanced. You can even incorporate a little bit of a sway or a little bit of motion. So that's how you can find some good alignment. And we can go deeper into that on another day. And then I want you to breathe all the way out. All the way. Let the air in. And just make a all the way out until you feel your abdominal muscles switch on. Good. And then let go. Right to the end of the breath. Let the air in. All the way out. Let the air in. Good. Next, we're going to do a V shape. Puff out the cheeks like it's a really hot day. Release and sigh it out. All the way out. This time we're going to vocalize. So same sounds, but with a vocalization. Let the air in. All the way out. Shh is next. Shh. Let's do a zzz. Shake out any extra tension on the exhalation. Let the air in. Tongue between the teeth, TH shape. Puffy cheeks. And a big sigh. One more. Try to be as passive aggressive as you can. Shake it out. Nice one. Okay. So starting there, we're going to do a really simple 5-note pattern, just the first 5 notes of the major scale, but backwards, so like this. Okay, you can use either a hum, an a zh, a v, any semi-occluded sound. You can use a tube. Any sound you like is fine. Today, I think I'll do a tongue trill because that helps with tongue root tension, which is something that I struggle with. If you're struggling with a trill, keep the cheeks and the lips and the tongue as loose as you can, okay? And even if you just make the shape and the trill doesn't quite happen, just that's enough in itself. That's still good. And super long, aligned, straight neck. And that's because your vocal tract needs to be as relaxed as possible. And when we're in all these kind of funny, contorted, chickeny neck shapes, it's not going to be as relaxed as possible, and you're not going to be able to get resonance or even notes out down low, okay? So, nice relaxed head. If the sound doesn't come out, just make the shape and just try. And if you're really struggling with the range, don't forget you can always try to swap octaves. And start to try a few kind of primal sounds. Let's start with a conversation of ums. This is one of my favorite exercises. So we're basically just going to chat, but without words. And you need to respond with as much or more enthusiasm than what I have. So, mmm. 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 Nice. Okay. We might try a few other primal sounds. So these are primal sounds is a concept developed or written about or researched by a woman named Janice Chapman, who was an Australian opera singer who lived and worked in the UK for many years, and she's got a few books that are really incredible, very evidence-based, voice science-y, super interesting. And her research talks about the use of something called primal sounds, which are tapping into your emotional imagination to access your best technique. Okay, so when we do these sounds, we naturally will be engaging our support muscles as we should be. We naturally are phonating in a really efficient way. And we would like to bring that into our singing, okay? That's not to say that we don't have to entrain these things in ourselves. Of course, we need to do our training, our breath work, and all of our singing practice, and also, of course, our musical training. These sounds can help us access parts of our voice that we're kind of blocked with mentally. So why don't we try and do a little bit of M2 or head voice? What we can do is we can start by pretending we're at a party. Okay, woohoo, woo. Okay, that's our M2 registration. If you just try that a couple more times, woo, woo. Hoping that's not, affecting my mic too strongly. Woo, woo, woo. Okay, so now that we're up there, let's try and sing in our head voice. Okay, so pretty much everyone should be able to start here, I think. But let's try it on an open sound. We'll stick with an ooh shape just to be the closest one to what we just sang then. Why don't we just try this shape? Okay, so we're going to do and again. try to keep it in your M2, okay? We don't want to slide back down into our chest voice or flip down. Try to keep it in your head voice. And last one. Nice. Let's start even higher. So same pattern. If this is stupidly high for you, just wait for the first couple. And you can even just hum just that note for the whole exercise. That's still a nice thing to do for your voice. But if you can start up nice and high. You can use an SOVT if it feels too difficult. A tube and water will definitely help. But let's do the same pattern starting high now if you can. And don't forget your alignment and use plenty of support. If you're falling flat or the sound isn't coming out right, you probably need more air speed, more air pressure, and more support. They all happen together. And do your best to keep it in the head voice. Okay, nice work, everybody. That's 10 minutes for your warm-up. Even just 5 minutes of singing is enough. Starting really nice and gently as we did today. I think it would be a good idea for you to continue working on your M2 registration. Even if you don't often sing up in that head voice sound, it's still really important for you to practice it, to develop a nice flexible instrument. And to, just have the option to do that when you need to. It will help also with singing through your passaggio or your transition, your break, whatever you want to call it. It helps a lot with registration events. So please do carry on practicing your M2 if you have time. Do a little bit of stretching or just get into your repertoire and enjoy having a nice warm voice. Good for you. Enjoy your singing.